From the moment of their birth, Tatiana and Krista have astounded the medical community.
It was almost like visual information was going from one set of eyes to both twins.
And stolen the hearts of just about everybody they meet.
He hugged me like this. See, I told him.
It's been a while since we last caught up with the Hogan family, and frankly, we couldn't resist another visit.
They're a one of a kind. They're amazing little girls.
I'm Anne-Marie McDonald. DocZone checks into twin life.
Everything changed that day. My doctor had called me and said, you need to come in. So that morning we went in and he sat us down and there was me and my mom. And he's like, there's just no real way to actually explain this to you, but, your girls are conjoined at the head. It was like everything slowed completely down. He had told me, there is options. You can abort them or whatever. And I snapped out of it and I looked at him and I was like, no, that is not even an option.
They said, well, you've only got a 20% chance of them surviving. But Felicia said, my girls are going to be fine.
It puts a whole new perspective on everything because you don't know what the trials in front of you are. You start doubting yourself, wondering if you're up to it. You always envision the worst.
Good. It's a tunnel. It's the tunnel. You like the tunnel lights, don't you? Yeah. And done.
Six-year-old Tatiana and Krista Hogan and their family are once again driving over 400 kilometers from Vernon, British Columbia to Vancouver.
I could probably drive this road blindfolded by now.
I got my new medicine. Last time, what, Grandma?
Yeah. Are we going to go see Dr. Human?
Yeah.
Is he going to make sure that your heart is okay, Tatiana?
Yeah.
It's April, and the twins have their annual week of medical appointments ahead of them.
Tatiana's heart, as they grow, has to work harder. And this is one of their yearly checkups for the heart and that, so we kind of hold our breath and try not to think about it until after the test.
Going for these appointments, there's always the unknown of everything. If people could live my life, they'd wonder why I'm always dizzy, right? Because it'd make your head spin. Just seeing everything that I've had to go through with them it's hard, but I wouldn't ever change it. I would go through it a million times if I could. In my next lifetime, if I could have this life, I would choose it over everything.
Guess what I see, girly girls?
I'm trying to sleep, okay?
Hotel home.
Okay, fine. You sleep then. Sillies.
Their hotel has become a home away from home, and the familiarity means they don't deal with the usual questions.
Glad to see you guys. People are always coming up to us and saying, are they going to be separated soon? The answer is no. They cannot be separated. They have too much wiring going to each other for them to ever be separated.
Mommy was in Mommy's tummy, we grow together. That's why we stuck together. And we was little eggs. Yeah.
Their brain mass is joined, so instead of being butted together like this, they are zipper affected like this. So they're like this one big zipper that can't be unzipped.
As conjoined twins, Tatiana and Krista have an astonishing brain structure. They share a skull and blood flow to the brain, but there's also an unusual connection between each girl's thalamus. The thalamus is a part of the brain that regulates consciousness and relays sensory and motor signals. In Tatiana and Krista's case, a piece of tissue links one girl's thalamus to the other's. This thalamic bridge makes them unique in the world.
And that's like a routering board for the two of them. That's where all of the information is going to and from each twin.
It's a connection that amazes the medical community and their family, who discovered early on that this thalamic bridge comes with some interesting effects.
They were still really young. We were making trips back and forth to Vancouver.
We had a little DVD player that was attached to the van.
And the way their car seat positioned them, only one could see the screen at a time. But they'd both go quiet.
And we thought, what is going on? Is it possible? Is she actually watching the TV too through her sister's eyes?
And we figured, no. We didn't know how to bring it up to the doctors because we figured, well, they're going to tell us we're off the deep end. This can't happen. He was pretty understanding, and they'd done some tests, and they found out that, yeah, they could.
Are you ready? You're getting your picture taken over and over.
When the twins were 7 months, doctors observed that both girls' brains processed light signals even when one sister had her eyes covered.
It was almost like visual information was going from one set of eyes to both twins. And we were able to record some evidence of that using visual evoked potentials actually quite early on in life. And we've since repeated that.
Doctors suspect that visual input travels from one girl's retina along her optic nerve and then splits into two courses. One takes the usual pathway to her visual cortex. The other crosses the thalamic bridge to her sister's thalamus and then visual cortex.
Okay, we're gonna go downstairs to the bathroom, okay? Where are you gonna go, Kuchu? Boink. Boink.
What's that?
Those are my scissors. Ready?
It's hurt.
It's not gonna hurt. Open your eyes. Can you see that, Krista?
Yeah.
Are you watching through Sissy's eyes? Yeah. What am I cleaning, Krista?
Her base.
Where? What's this? What am I cleaning?
Her teeth.
That's right.
But the family thinks Tatiana and Krista's internal connection goes far beyond sight.
The other day I was tickling Tatiana and Krista looks over at me. She's like, I can feel that. I was like, really?
We know they can send thoughts back and forth because they start giggling and you know they're up to something and they haven't said a word. And pretty soon they'll go pull a prank. So you know they're communicating, we just don't know how.
Come on, little ladies, let's go.
I'm gonna get you.
Tatiana and Krista are on their way to BC Children's Hospital for a day of testing.
When we go for testing and stuff, it's just like, okay, please let these tests come out normal. Please let them be okay. Because anything could switch and go completely wrong.
Their family is most concerned about their heart exam, and that's first on the agenda.
Okay, ladies, come follow me.
I'm coming. I'm behind you.
Right this way.
The test will measure how well each twin's heart is beating and pumping blood. The main concern is Tatiana's heart and blood pressure. Since birth, Tatiana, the smaller of the twins, has pumped the majority of the blood to both girls' brains.
Tatiana had a relatively large cardiac output, and that led to an increased heart size in her and slightly elevated blood pressure.
We've always been told that sooner or later it's going to take its toll. We're just waiting until the test and then see what the results say.
Okay, guys, we're all done. Clean as a whistle. Yes, you can. You can get up.
Now the family must wait for the results of the heart exam to be analyzed by the cardiologist.
It's all going to depend on the relative mixing of the circulations. If one is providing a very disproportionate amount of blood flow, then they're going to get into trouble.
We're hungry.
You're hungry. All right, well, let's go get breakfast. It's hard to do these appointments, especially for the heart, because you're always waiting for that bad news that Tatiana's heart's starting to fail. I mean, she could live for a very long time. But then again, nobody knows. You know, that's one thing about them. Doesn't matter if they're sick or what they are, they're always happy.
The results from the heart exam are in, and the family meets privately with the cardiologist.
I don't know what they're gonna see until he actually opens his mouth and tells us.
This way, girly girls. Cars this way.
Dr. Human told us that Tatiana's heart is the same size as her sister's now, so it's not enlarged. And that Krista is now taking on a lot more of the work, which is fantastic. Because that means that we don't have to worry as bad, which is awesome. It was just like, when he told me, I was just like, that huge heavy brick that's been on us is just like gone. I don't think we've been this excited since the girls were born.
Wow.
One step at a time.
Yeah. Do you know how happy I am right now? I'm really happy. Do you know why I'm happy?
Why?
Because we got such good news. Do you know what good news we got?
No.
The good news about your heart. How happy I am. I'm very happy.
I love you.
I love you too. I think I'm gonna call Daddy right now.
Why?
So I can tell him everything. So that he can be happy too.
Brendan Hogan, the father of the twins, has stayed home in Vernon, BC, looking after the girls' 3 siblings.
9 times out of 10, I usually stay home and take care of the house and the kids and deal with everything there while they go to Vancouver.
Yes.
The twins' oldest sister, Rosa, is 11 and in grade 5.
I'm disgusted with the fridge.
Their brother Christopher, nicknamed Toad, is 9.
My fishy in my bedroom?
Yeah.
And at 5, their sister Shaylee is the baby of the family.
Oh, hold on. Girl, phone. Hello?
Hi.
Yeah.
How are you?
All right.
That's good. So, me and the girlies decided to call you.
Yay.
Yeah. Because we're all happy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to tell Daddy why we're happy?
Because we love our mommy.
That's not why we're happy. We're happy because we've gotten all good things. The heart was really good.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's awesome. Yay.
I love you, Daddy.
I love you too, hon. Yeah. Bye.
Who's funny, you
You.
or her?
You.
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 You're funny.
You.
You're funny.
You.
Okay, what is it you're trying to do? Don't pinch, don't pinch, don't pinch.
When we return, getting along when you can't get away.
It's like, you two have to spend the rest of your lives together in this world, and you guys need to cooperate with each other. You guys